What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Games James _36, and this is Big Games B.S., part of the Media Group, presented by the MFTKFoundation.com. We're in our home stretch for the book bag drive and all of the other different things that we have going on in the community, as well as trying to get this football team going. Also, new merch alert. This thing is drippy right here. Yeah, this is the honey dripper jerseys. But we have new font with the MFTK nose. We got a nose. We got blue and gold, the old school NWA font. We still got some of the other stuff too, but like if you want a cap, $40 goes to the nonprofit. Um, I'm doing better about the mail, so just give me a little bit, but just know it's always going to a good place, so you ain't gotta ever truly worry about all of the bad stuff. So um but yeah, so on that note, let's start our show off with a word of prayer.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God. Go.
All right, Jaden, what we got?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another morning edition of Big Games BS here on Monday, July 13th. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if it's your first time watching the show, welcome. And if you're wondering why it's called Big Games BS, it's because we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world, especially football, to your screens, eyes, and ears. First things first, we have some MFTK news to get through. We're going to be showing you guys some annual community give back information and where to be a part of that. And we're going to transition from there to the NCAA. We got some pretty popular FSU news coming to you guys. And then we're going to move from our school to the conference, talk about some rivalries and some quarterbacks as well before we get into the NFL section. We do have some great things to talk about the Jaguars with, and we're going to move on from there to the AFC South, looking at that. And then the biggest news from this past weekend in that NFL world is the sale of the Seahawks. We're going to get into that as well. Look at some dead cap, look at some players as well before getting into our big games BS section, where we like to bring it outside of the typical sports world. We have our BS or Bust and Food review segment that is a wild one for you guys. I can't wait to see what you guys will respond with. And we're going to finish off this show with an OG Wyland video. But excuse me, first things first, let's get this shared up on the screen so everybody can see the 7th annual James Coleman Community Give Back Weekend, and it's creeping around the corner. Saturday, July 18th, this Saturday, James, they're going to be in Orlando, Florida. Then the 25th and 26th of July, you have the backpack giveaway, food distribution, and football camp in Tally. And in Jacksonville on August 2nd and August 8th, you'll have the football camp and backpack giveaway. How can people donate, volunteer, add to this cause right here?
You can go to mftkfoundation.com if you got a credit card that you want to be able to donate. Because basically it's time, talent, treasure. If you want to give your treasure, you can go MFTK36 or Zelle the number up there. Or again, like I said, if you want to do a credit card so that you can get an immediate receipt, do that. If you would like to get a backpack or register to volunteer, go to jcolemangivesback.com. And you can do all of the different things that you need to do for the backpack drive. With that, Orlando, we just got some really good news. I think Amazon is giving 100 backpacks that are stuffed. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, dog. I don't know what we supposed to be boycotting. Are we supposed to be boycotting Amazon?
Are we?
I don't give a fuck. Boycott what you will, do what you want to do. Hey, I support you, but they're writing me a check. So like they're getting if Target wants to give a bunch of fucking school supplies, I'm getting them from Target. Like at the end of the day, there are people hungry. There are people that need stuff. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I might need to go do that. That might be the play. Might write them an email. Like, I realize you guys are having a hard time in the colored community. What a better way to get back with the coloreds. Give us some bags and some stuff. But we're still looking for supplies. Tally is going to be the next one. We got about Orlando, then Tally next week. I will say, it's not as it's going to be big. It's not going to be as big as it's been in the past, but still, people are going to get getting served. So, I've been boycotting Target technically my whole life. I just don't go. I never saw I've gone because there's Starbucks in there, but I just really don't know the last time I went to Target like that. Yeah, I went to Walmart for the first time in a long time. Like last time I was in Tallahassee, and wow, it's all I can say. Like no, what I think I gotta get back poor again. Not poor, but like I gotta get to my standards are too high. Like it wasn't anything wrong with it. It was just like, man, this is what people go to. Like it was. I was like, I got lost. I was looking for. I did some. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I did some masculine shit. My mom had me feeling like a man. I failed miserably still, but I tried. Have you? I need your dad's help, Miles. If my mom told me it fell down, so I definitely need your dad's help to put it back up. But like I had she wanted a motion sensor put in the back of the house.
Oh, okay.
So of course she calls me to do it. Like, what about them? But what I'm saying, I'm saying she asked me to do it, but what have you raised in your son to make you think your son can do this? Like I have never shown you. I know how to change a tire for a regular car. Thankfully, I've never had to change a tire for my truck, which means I haven't changed a tire in 12 years. Almost 11 years. 12 years. Yeah, 12 years because I had the truck for 12 years. But like I don't know how to change but I don't know how to put no damn light fixture up. It's over here, guys. It's asking for tools that I don't have. But like they had a double-sided tape one. So I put that up there and that didn't work. So now your dad had to I know your dad has a drill. Yeah. And then but I do want to get back there and like her yard. I want to get back there and start growing shit in her yard because she got like a massive backyard where I could but the problem is, your dad did bring this up, is that it's canopied on most of the house. Like, so Tallahassee is known for our canopy roads, meaning it's natural shade. Like the trees come over and create like a barrier from the sun. Okay. And so most of her backyard is like that. So like if it wasn't so damn humid, it would be perfect. Because usually just go back there and no sun will hit you. Except for on one side of her house. And that's where I was like, okay, well, that's where you plant the damn garden and shit there. Like the trees literally block the sun out on most of the house. So, but anyways, the backpack drive is the backpack drive. Still looking for businesses, time, talent, treasures. Those are the things that we're looking for, and we're going to continue to grow this event. Looking forward to year 8. I'll let you guys know as we get some of these sponsors lined up. We start making these announcements. But Orlando is Orlando, you're on the clock.
We're going to kick off this FSU segment with a short video for you guys about Woody Hayes, the voice of Doak Campbell, and his surprise release from FSU, but it is his release is from FSU Doke. He's still going to be part of that basketball squad. But James, we do have some insight, a quick news clip about the situation, about how he was blindsided by this. So let's take a look at this by WCTV and let's get into it.
We start with a big change on the mic at FSU. After 16 seasons as the voice of Doak, Woody Hayes was let go as the Noles public address announcer last week.
Now, for the first time, Hayes is opening up about that decision by Florida State to our Allison Posey. Allison?
It's a voice everyone who goes to a Florida State football game knows. Woody Hayes telling me today he was blindsided by the university's decision, but especially how he found out.
Call me into the athletics office, let's talk about it, tell me to my face. It was just a phone call from someone who said it sounded like they were in their car headed to lunch, and it was over.
Blackman on the keeper for the Seminole touchdown.
16 years serving as the voice of Doak came to a screeching halt last week for Woody Hayes.
It started out with, this phone call doesn't bring good news. And as soon as that statement was made, I knew exactly what was about to happen.
A message that Hayes said was delivered in less than 2 minutes.
I tried to get more answers than what I got. And I was met with, we're going in a new direction. I brought up another subject. We're going in a new direction. I'm more than happy to take constructive criticism, but I've received nothing like that.
He said he still has a lot of questions and no one to answer them.
I'm hurt. I'm deeply hurt.
Along with his 16 seasons announcing football, Hayes has been the voice for Seminole men's and women's hoops for 2.5 decades. A position that, as of right now, he said he plans to keep.
I'm always going to be professional in what I do, but awkward is probably a good word. Probably looking over my shoulder, wondering, if the hammer's going to fall on basketball too.
And until then, for a man who makes a living off his voice, Hayes said he struggles to find the words to describe his feelings.
I don't want to seem like a jilted girlfriend or boyfriend, but it's almost like breaking off a relationship by text, and there was the finality of it was so fast and so abrupt. I still don't know what to say.
Does he still work for them for basketball?
That's what they said. I mean, I don't know.
You can't do a news.
I don't think he's going to do it anymore. I didn't look. Jaden, are we talking about Are we going to talk about? Do we have the Jay-Z concert in our notes today?
No, I did not put that.
Okay,
no.
Fair enough. I'm going to kind of put it. Okay, cool. So this would be a great thing too. Did you see the Bryson announcement over the weekend too?
No, I did not. No. What is the announcement, James?
We got to put that in there. Go because somebody asked about it in the chat because we're gonna talk about this too. So if you could go look up I think if you go on my page, now I'll send it to you so we can get that going. We can talk about that because that is kind of news that I would be able to talk about. So Jay-Z had a freestyle, right? One, I'm mad that certain things didn't work out this year so that I could not I wanted to be able to go. I should have been there. 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. Sold out Yankee Stadium 3 nights in a row, but he did Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, and Black Album. Like, it was crazy, bananas, right? Like, it just, the energy. But he did a freestyle where he talked about how everybody's saying he sold out. He's like, yeah, I sold out 3 nights in a row, like Yankee Stadium. And then he talked about Colin Kaepernick, right? And I realized a long time ago that the world did not prepare us for social media. Because social media, like I was in the gifted classes and honors classes. I didn't. So you had gifted, honor. So you had honors or gifted. You had regular population, and then you had We called it SLD when I was calling it slow learning disability. Basically, the kids who didn't change classes. Yeah, oh man, we just say retarded. America was an incredible place. Like if Trump would just say if they said a decade where America was great, I would say 1980. Like that would be the place that I pick. And so what I'm learning is a lot of people are making statements about things, and they don't comprehend very well. Like they didn't change classes. They wore helmets and with propellers on it. Like they were like you were in freshman classes when you were a senior in high school. Like, things like that nature. And Jay said, y'all back Cap, but he signed the contract with the do not disclose. And then went back, and then they're like, oh, he took a shot at Cap. He didn't take a shot at Cap. He just said, all of the things that y'all say about me, the people that y'all actually like actually do. And they can control him. And then he sued. And then you know what Cap has still been trying to do? Work for the NFL. You can't sue your employer and then try to go back and work for your employer. Right. That's counterproductive. Where does that land us, James? You got fired from football at FSU. So FSU Athletics fired you. Because I didn't know he was the voice of Florida State. Like that was the guy who God damn it, who used to run the Burt? The guy who used to do Florida State when I was playing was the guy who was the over Burt, who ran Burt Reynolds Hall, the football dorms. I didn't know who this guy was. But he's been doing basketball for 2.5 decades. Hey, the thing is secure the bag. It's not lose the bag. Oh, my bad. So there's two different voices. That was a good put Charles again. Somebody put Charles. So it's two different voices, right? We didn't lose our guy. Damn, I can't think of his name right now. He's from North Dakota, but we didn't lose our guy who's the voice of Seminole Productions. We lost the guy who does the not the play, but that was number 30, 34 on the tackle, and that's good for a Seminole first down. That guy in the stadium, not the voice on the radio. Like that's what most of us know will recur. Most of us don't really know who the person is saying the stuff in the stadium. So it's two different voices, two different connections that you use with there. My bad. Now I'll say it wasn't. So Gene Deckeroff been gone, but we didn't lose New Gene. New Gene's still there. He good. That's my guy. But this man been doing basketball for 2.5 decades, 25 years. So I was there in college when he was doing basketball. You probably just lost the bag, double bag. Because you just going to tell him how we fired you, son? Right. You're just going to talk about us disparaging and think we just going to let that shit ride? On the news? Local news? With the GOAT, Allison Posey? You think you just going to talk to AP and we going to let that ride? AP do numbers, dog. Hey, I can't wait to hang out with AP in the next week. Allison is the truth. Can't just come up here and just be talking shit about us. Yes, Jeff Culhane, my bad. Thank you, father figure. Jeff Culhane is who I was trying to remember. Jeff is still the voice of Florida. That's the voice for the streets. Jeff Culhane's the voice for the streets, dog. Like, damn, like, bro, like, that's the last thing you need to do unless you truly just like, fuck it. Like, that ain't even how we got you here, dog. Like, you came in with basketball. We lost the buddy. I think he's the guy who used to run the Bird Pass. We lost him, and then they just filled you in there. They made, like, you just got extra work. And then he brought up, I hate to sound like a jilted lover, like, yo, my man's. That's just, and then like I'm looking at his hair, and I'm looking at his and I'm doing the math. Like, you 25 years in the game. So that means I know you started when you was 40. You like 60-something years old, dog. It's time to go set your ass down somewhere anyway. I'm just like, yo, this is wild. So, anyways.
That's a bold move. I hope he got his retirement set up.
I was on Zoom.
Feel like he got more space.
He said, like, he stepped this shit up like hold on, this is what he did. I wish we had the music for it. Like, have y'all seen the new viral thing that's going viral right now? The Netflix, me stepping into the chair for my Netflix documentary. That's what this man did to Allison Posey. Which camera I look into? That one right there? Okay. Florida State just fired me on the phone. How does it, so as a man who's been what's the best way? So like I'll tell you this, because I can't work for Duval County schools anymore. I can work with some schools, but I can't work for the school. So they fired me from my $1,419.23 job, right? So when Buddy said, like, I just want you to know, I was just calling you, just give me a courtesy call, we're terminating your contract. When he said that, I said, bet, cool, no doubt, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for everything. Well, I wanted to explain it. No, I don't. You don't have to explain anything. You guys terminated me. I'm cool with that. But I just want you to know why we got to this, and our thought process. Is this going to help me keep my job? He said, no. I said, well, then there is absolutely no reason for you to continue to go on. I appreciate everything. I got you. I respect your decision. I was trying to speed it up because is there any good way to get fired? Like, he still was employed. He just wasn't employed by football.
It sucks when you get fired at one place, then you got to go to headquarters to get your officials.
Oh, man, they get papers for that? They can't mail that shit to you?
Yeah, you got to speak to like some type of psychiatrist for the Y. You go to the Y, there's this lady behind the desk, and she gives these papers in this long speech. And what are you going to do with your future?
Joe, you didn't care about my future. Like, see, that's the problem with him. This is why people be bombing shit. Like, you didn't care about my future when you fired me. This is me that, like, one of my it's not Bushwick, damn, Flatbush Misdemeanors is one of the best shows that should be on the air right now. It has got a great quote. He's like, I was trying to do what's best for my family, but you don't know how you know what's best for my family, bitch. Sir, you don't have to curse and yell. One would suffice. How you know what's best for my family, bitch? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody say, like, what? How you care about what's best for my future, bitch? What's best for my future was working this job. I'm not happy he got fired, by the way. I do know that there was maybe Florida State should have given him a call. Would he have liked Mr. Alford to have brought him in, given him some of the best cookies that he could have ever tasted? Because his wife is the GOAT when it comes to that shit. She sprinkles crack in them cookies. Them shits is fire, dog. And then just say, here's like that would make me feel like a lamb to the slaughter. Hey, come here. I need to meet with you today. It's only a 15-minute meeting, but I just wanted to do this. There's something I need to talk to you face to face about. Here, have a cookie. Would you like some coffee, sir? There you go. Get some coffee. And then say, we're firing. We're letting you go. Like, there's no real good way to do it. Like, now, I do agree maybe they could have given them some critique. Maybe they're cutting the budget. Bitch, we got NIL. We might need that couple grand that we pay you per game. to go to like you want to like I don't know. It's a lot of different things for reasons why, but that's a wild thing. Do we have like a breaking news story or something like that? Hold on. Somebody put, come on, James. Oh, I can't see that. Not one of the Matrix cookies. Oh, nah, no, what I'm saying is no, serious. So you gotta know Mr. Offers does have, I think, cookies every Wednesday for athletes. And like, but my man said that like he got called on the phone. So I'm like, bro, like, I don't know how you will want bad. There's no real good way to give bad news. A text message would be worse though. The text messages are bad, but you did get a call. That which I think is kind of cool.
I think he wanted like maybe weeks ahead warning. I don't know.
The season has been over. Like we don't even know. Like we're trying to get shit sold up before August 28th. I think it's August 28th is the first game. Yeah, August 28th. So hey, anyway, speaking of which, we are having a tailgate for SMU. Nothing else but just SMU. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't know. Depending upon their behavior post SMU would determine if we have more tailgates. Because them tailgates lose money. Y'all boys don't want to watch Florida State at all when we losing. I said, fuck the Alabama win. All right. We got any other FSU news before we go into the next one?
We got this tweet from Dustin Lewis NG with the recent 4-star online commit DeJohn Yarbrough choosing Cal over FSU. Dustin Lewis reminded us that FSU have 0 O linemen committed in the 2027 class. So yikes, is not looking too good for the trenches, for the offensive trenches for the Seminoles in that 27 class. And this was the last FSU update I had before we get into the B-Fi news, James.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. One, he went to Stanford.
Cal.
Is that where he's committed?
Cal.
Same thing. Same difference. Smart school. I just, maybe the kid just wants to win in life, man. I don't want no winning in life kids. I want people who this is it. They gotta win. They gotta play football to get themselves out the hood. They gotta the only way they were going to college is to play football. Like all this, like if I'm recruiting a lineman and they talk to me about wanting to be a doctor, or even though my good friend David Castillo, if they play center, I let them be smart. All the other positions, I need you riding a tractor. I need to see nothing but pictures of you in wife beaters with ashy elbows on your IG. I don't want no handsome offensive lineman. I don't want no or D lineman at that. I don't want I want guys that's that need dental work. I want guys that look like if you turn so my tackles, I want if I turn the lights off, the only way I'm going to see them or recognize them is if they smile or open their eyes. I want guys whose necks are red and they chew dip. I mean, skull in particular. They listen to not this new country shit, like that stuff that we don't that sound like country R&B or whatever, or country pop. I want them to say that I want them to know about what happened when the devil went down to Georgia. I need them to know this. I need them to I definitely want, if I'm recruiting, right, and they say, James, you're recruiting linemen, I don't have fear. If I go, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this, I don't care how you feel about this, because your political affiliation means nothing to me right now, because all of y'all are full of shit for the most part. But if I go in that yard, I better see I need to see some pride.
You want a little bit of racism.
A little, just un poquito. Their grandfather isn't happy that I'm coming to recruit them, but at the same time, they like the opportunity for their kid. When I go into the hood, I want 3-day pay or vacates on some of them doors. I need to say, ma'am, can I see your utility bill? And she hands me the JEA red card. That means that if you don't pay that shit by the end of the week, they're cutting your lights off. Now, that doesn't mean you're poor. I do that. I don't care about it. I just refuse to pay them one time because they keep jacking up my rates. But I do know if I'm in apartments, you can't have that and a lot of the other stuff going. I need something. Bobby did these things. Again, I'm not saying these things to make y'all think that Bobby was a bad person. Bobby's salt of the earth. But Bobby knew he had to go find some guys that needed something to play for. We finding these guys from the new rap hood. Like, this shit is like, these guys got guns. Like, you know how I knew we were poor, like the poor criminals? The only people who had guns were people who were moving weight. Like, we had box cutters and knives. Like, we were broke. Like, you can't be broke. I mean, you can't be rich and have switches unless they drop them guns off in the hood. And which they have done in some places. But like, some of this stuff, y'all not poor. Y'all are just misappropriating your resources. Right. Like, you could go put that money in. You could have bought some SpaceX stock and been up. But I say this, I don't want an offensive lineman with a 4.0 GPA. We got too many 4.0 GPAs. No, I don't even want my man put Garth Brooks. No, because Garth Brooks was Kirk Gaines. See, I don't know about that. See, y'all be thinking I be bullshit.
Oh, that's when you made the fake alias.
Yeah, heaven knows I'm head over heels and it shows. It was fire, dog. Like Garth Brooks could sing. Like, I want boot. Who made Boot, Scoot, and Boogie? That's the most I want to see them like getting. I want Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. I do want to see if they can line dance, because this is where people don't realize. Real country people know how to do the country line dances. And that's the same as black people when they do when we do our stuff. It's the same thing. Like, Achy Breaky Heart was the dance to Electric Slide. It's just, they don't add a lot of seasoning to it, but you know when they like, well, I seen one dude, I knew he was getting into it. He had grabbed his belt buckle. Like, he just do that face. Like, I need my line. I do need him to do that, because you gotta have hips. And you gotta have good footwork. And if you can line dance, that means you got good footwork. Your feet is right. So, but again, like I said, over here getting them smart ass linemen, man, fuck all that shit, man. Send that bitch to cow. Now, what broke the internets? And the dude named Harrison Smith posted this shit. Harrison, I'm like, damn, Harrison, you could have validated this shit. I got calls from CBS, a guy who's kind of tracking what I do right now with a certain station. He hit me up because I told him I had connections to Bryson the Right now, and in 2 years I'll probably break where he goes, and it'll do numbers. Probably. The family gonna do what's in their best interest, man. I love those guys, so it ain't gonna bother me either way. And they were like, "Is this true?" So I need you to just blow it up and just focus. And the crazy part is everybody shared this picture. Now, everything, like, so this is AI generated, clearly, right? Carroll City has had 4 high-profile transfers. 247 on 3 Everybody has reported on that. Not in the message boards, reported, tweeted on it. Now, it's crazy. One came from Don Bosco Prep in Cali.
It's got to be big. Like, this is hurting these people's careers, right?
But
the people who reported this information.
Nobody reported this information. This shit ain't true.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever put this,
they just know what they did was they got attention. It's probably got millions of impressions. It's everywhere.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The first, like, if this actually happened, as I told somebody when they asked me about American Heritage last month, if Bryson was to leave, I probably would be one. I'm not saying I'd be the first to know. I'd be in the top 10 to 15 though. And it would, like, actually, this is the best thing. Can you do me? It's 90, and if you guys got a chance, I want y'all to go follow my guy Kobe. 904 KANG. Can you go look up that on Twitter, please? If you don't mind, Jaden. I ain't seen my dog's Twitter in a minute, so I just been talking to him. Okay, so just scroll down. You just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Okay, Murder Ray. Okay, keep scrolling. Yep. Okay, got college football. Keep scrolling. Toughest college football schedules. All right, we can stop. What day is? What was the last post that he put? Was that yesterday? No, I'm saying the one that where you had just stopped at. I can't see. You got to blow that up, Jaden. That's like real small. So, yeah, so July 9th, that would have been what's today? Today's the 12th. So, yesterday would have been the 11th. No, damn. So, like, all right, scroll up. Let's go. Let's make sure, see, I mean, my bad. Like, go back to where everything first started up. Has he been on social? Maybe he hasn't been on social media. He was on social media July 11th. Talking about FSU. That's his daddy. If it were to happen, it'd be on his page. If it were to happen, I would know about it. If it were to happen, I would love to think that we wouldn't do an AI generated image. We got enough pictures of Bryson the Right, as Kai calls him, to like make a real fucking edit. His mom was on my Facebook page. I said, I'm just going to start posting. That's what we need to do. Everybody, I'm sick of this shit. I was trying not to do it. I was trying to be an adult, but damn it, I want to make some money too. We just going to make a Bryson post once a week. Just do some random shit. Like Bryson's going somewhere else. The problem is everybody would know I'm probably bullshit. But like Bryson ass ain't leaving. Like all I can speak on is for the 2026 football season, Bryson Wright will be here. And when my friend asked me if this is true, I said the first thing I asked was, is he still committed to MFTK 7v7? That is all I care about. Mandarin, I love Mandarin. I don't think any of these happen with that, but Bryson ain't bouncing. But all right, on to the next thing. So hopefully that clears it up for anybody who was asking.
I was wondering what you thought of this college football's most toxic rivalries list right here, created by Top Tier State X. And we got some familiar schools in the mix as well. Number 1, you got the Iron Bowl. 2, Ohio State versus Michigan. 3, FSU Miami. 4, Battle of the Utah. 5, you have Battle of South Carolina right there. 6, legendary matchup between Pitt, West Virginia. 7, got the Red River. 8, Tennessee, Bama. 9, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. And 10, Florida versus Georgia. What do you think about this most toxic rivalries list, and what would you change and what would you add, take away? What would you do to this list?
I've been in a lot of places in my life and times. I've sung a lot of songs and I made some bad rhymes. I I've acted out my life in stages with 65,000 people watching. I have never heard anybody say that damn BYU Utah Utes rivalry is intense. I have never heard that in my life. Texas and Alabama, they didn't play. How many have they played each other enough to really be considered a rivalry? Now you want to give me the see. Here's how you know it's a rivalry, a true rivalry, right? The Egg Bowl is played on national TV Thanksgiving weekend. Florida Georgia has a name. It used to be called the world's largest cocktail party. It is played on national and normally nationals, not regional. Oh, Tennessee, Alabama, not Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, Alabama. That is a rivalry, but that's not something I would put up there. Red River rivalry, I'll give you that. I've never had Pitt versus West Virginia be destination viewing. And I'm sure in those areas, some of these things are are angry to people. Clemson, South Carolina is not a rivalry if you never win. They're missing one, and that's Florida State. Miami and Florida State fans, man, they just talk a lot of shit on Twitter, man. And it's just there ain't no it's definitely a rivalry, but it's like I hated Florida though. It's different. Like I had zero intentions of going to Florida. None at all. But Utah, the Mormon Bowl? Bert, I will say this. Army, Navy, this is where Army, Navy should be on. But I don't think it's toxic, though. So toxic means like on site. Like Florida State is such a toxic rivalry that there is a rule now that you can't jump on logos after a game because of a fight that I may or may not have participated in. So the Mormons been fighting Clemson, South Carolina. No. Is it Joseph or John Smith? Joseph Smith, yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Sometimes I think people just got to stir the pot. This is a Bryson Wright post.
In the World Cup, they showed us we don't have anything compared to the.
Nah.
They throwing bottles of pee at the players.
Yeah, they hate each other. It's wild overseas.
Yeah. I thought we were crazy.
We got some news coming from On 3 with the recent release of the ESPN FPIs for this 2026 season. We have the toughest college football schedules in 2026 per ESPN FPI, courtesy of On 3. Looks like there is a lot of SEC on this list. So with the teams 1 through 7, they're all SEC schools, and you have Ohio State, Texas A&M, South Carolina, LSU, Missouri, Auburn, Tennessee, Bama, Michigan, Northwestern, Vanderbilt, USC, and finally Georgia, rounding out your toughest 2026 college football schedules per ESPN FPI.
I mean, Arkansas starts it off with a heater, man. Like this is gonna pack the stadium. This is what it's about. At 4:15 p.m. on September 5th, they're playing North Alabama. That gets it going. That don't get you going, and I don't know. That's this is why you come to Arkansas to play the games like this. And then they fly out to Provo. I think it's Provo. Or is it Salt Lake? I don't know. They go out to play the Utes. 10:15 p.m. That's like, that grandmama got to stay up late. Got church in the morning, but you're going to watch that baby play. Then they play Georgia. Then they play Tulsa. Because, nothing like that's why you come to Arkansas for the games like this. Prime time, 8 p.m. They play Texas A&M, then they play Tennessee, they play Vanderbilt, they play Missouri, they play Auburn with a new coach, they play South Carolina with a coach on the hot seat, they play Texas, they play LSU. Their schedule is only hard if you believe that the SEC is every week in the SEC is just diabolical. I just think it's terrible. It's easy to say you have the hardest schedule when everybody just lines up and puts all the teams in the top 25. All them SEC teams ain't good like that. Hell, the team that made one of the teams that made the college football playoffs lost to Florida State. Actually, the SEC champion lost to Florida State. I'm sorry. That's not a hard schedule. Let's see what Northwestern has. I don't know if their schedule is harder than Miami Northwestern. Oh, okay. All right. You ready? September 5th, prime time. It started off hot. Playing South Dakota State. Then they play eight toes in them. Colorado Rockies. Or Buffalo, excuse me. The Rockies is the baseball team. Then they play the defending national champ. Then they play a team with a new head coach in Penn State. Then they play Ball State, which I don't even know what state Ball is in. Then they play Michigan, who's been trash. Rutgers. They play Oregon at Oregon. They play Iowa, when you look up mid in the dictionary, it's Iowa. Their schedule is okay. I mean, I don't think any of those are. I think whatever, man. Fine. If people want to brag about the toughest schedule, then good stuff for them.
CFB Tracker keeps on supplying us with some insights, and especially with this one right here, the last time each P4 team was ranked in the preseason AP poll. And they posed this question: which team from the right column is most likely to appear in the 2026 preseason AP poll? But let's just take a look at some of your favorite squads. So no surprise, let's just get through with the big three last time they were ranked in the preseason poll. You got Florida last year, Miami last year, FSU in 2024. And speaking of 2024, some other squads include Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, NC State, Oklahoma State, USC, and Utah. But these are the last time each P4 team was ranked in the preseason AP poll. You also have another Florida squad in this as well with UCF in 2020. But which team from the right column is most likely to appear in that 2026 preseason AP poll? I see Vanderbilt at the bottom with never. So there's some other teams on this list that could answer that question.
Oh, Florida snuck into the top 25 at the end? Oh, preseason. My bad, preseason. Damn, VTech been gone that long? Vanderbilt's never been ranked preseason? That's wild. Colorado with Dion, was 62. God damn, dude. That's
All right, let's take a look at a Washington quarterback, and that quarterback is Mr. Williams. So we got some news coming from the Washington head coach about the NIL landscape specifically. And Washington's Jed Fish revealed that their QB was about to enter that portal. A program told him they'll pay him an extra $2 million if he goes in the portal, and the kid's 19 years old. He's still with Washington. He did play for Washington for 2 seasons, 2024, 2025, looking to continue his time at Washington. But James, somebody offered the Big Ten QB $2 million to go into the portal, and he stuck with his squad.
I am so tired of the somebody did this. Put a name to it or shut the fuck up. And to be honest with you, if somebody offers Trey $2 million and he stays at Washington, I'm gonna cuss him the fuck out. If I got a player and somebody offers him $2 million to go play somewhere else, and unless it's like a trash program, like nobody's really been talking about this young man as a top quarterback anyway, but it's just not a bad thing. But I'm just saying $2 million is a lot.
Definitely a lot of money for that Washington QB. Just want to read you guys off his stats from last season as well, so we can get an idea on the type of money that these players are getting out here in the portal. So last season for Mr. Williams, as a 5'11", 190-pound quarterback, he completed.
Wait a minute, he's what?
5'11", 190.
Blow up his stats. Man, this is fuck this, man. Let's watch. I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with his game because on the West Coast. I don't watch that much shit. All right. He's not a bad quarterback. He's just a midget. He's a sophomore. So he's going in. So he's a sophomore now, going into the sophomore year. So he's probably done growing. This is his NFL. All right. So I want to see what he does against some people with a pulse. All right. He didn't play bad against Oregon. He was 18 for 22, 173. So he didn't play bad against Ohio State. He just probably was running for his life, what it looks like. Oregon was 15 for 32 for 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Beat the shit out of Boise State. I'm assuming that was the bowl game. Damn, they play bowl games that early? Jesus Christ. Beat Illinois. So Michigan, he was 20 for 32, 209 yards. So he was checked down short of that game. So he only lost 4 games to the toughest team on his roster. Can somebody put up Champ's comment? Wait a minute. First off, he didn't chase money. The money came to him. He's like, was the quote that somebody offered him $2 million, Jada?
Yeah, they program told him they'll pay him an extra $2 million if he goes in the portal.
Okay. So they said they'll pay him an extra $2 million. So that's not chasing money. That's money finding you. And that's actually my bad. He's just short, but like he's never going to. He's not going to have the measurables to be able to get a first round contract like what we want unless he like really goes to a place where he's going to expand. And it's not Washington, so I'm not mad at this at all. Like, but I'm just tired of these coaches with this virtue signaling shit. Like, oh, we're so much better at what we do because we do it the right way. Man, listen. I'm going to be honest with you. The game is the game. And I think I've said this before. If I were a billionaire, you know what I would do? I would buy people. Florida State would not. I would go up to Mike. It wouldn't matter if it was Mike, whoever it was. Don't let money be a reason we don't get a player. As long as you let me see that film and you can tell me how we're going to use that, I'm going to go get that I'm going to get that money.
For all of my gamers out there, CFB27 did release this update as well. So they said, happy College Football 27 launch week. Thank you for your continued passion and for the incredible response to CFB 27. I'm going to be skipping around right here. So, in College Football 27, we aspire to deliver the deepest experience to date with all new Dynasty blueprint, new positions in Road to Glory, and the best college football gameplay yet. However, your feedback on Road to Glory and Dynasty is that we've missed the mark with the introduction of paid progression options. This was added independent of deeper mode progression with the aim to give players more choice. But what you said is that they're not adding the value we intended. Tomorrow morning, which this post was made on July 10th, 2026, so already should be updated. We will remove all paid progression options from Road to Glory and Online Dynasty. An unfortunate side effect of removing paid progression is that players that have college point balances in their wallets will not be able to apply the balances in Road to Glory or Dynasty. So jump in between now and then and apply your points. So they're trying to lower the microtransactions in CFB 27 to make the game a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit more pure for all the gamers out there. No, CFB 27 is one of the most popular games, especially in this chat right here. So I just want to give you guys an update if you are fans of those game modes and if you're fans of CFB 2027. So shout out to EA for listening to the fans for sure. We love when the fans get what they want for sure. So shout out to everybody involved. And this leaves us at a good time to transition from college to the big leagues. And we're going to start off like we normally do with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, my bad. Hold on one second. Can somebody explain to me what a microtransaction is?
It's like say if you were going to have a character and you want to say 2K, you want to buy some new sneakers, you want to buy some Jordans for your character, that would be a microtransaction. Could be up to $20 for those sneakers.
So basically, what happens they did what I do with Kai with Robux.
Basically, except for this one, they're talking about paid progression, so it's a little bit closer to pay to win. So you're paying for better roles at better players.
So I'm buying the best talent. I'm buying, like, do we not?
Yeah.
Are we not paying attention to what's going on in the world right now?
It really is. And the funny part is, it's a big thing in the gaming community. Everybody hates it, but they came out and acted like, oh, this had unimplied intent. Like,
no,
you guys would like this.
EA knew what they were doing. If I can, it's the damnedest thing, right? It's one of the easiest ways. Like, Kai won't take $10. He'll take 1,000 Robux though. Which, you know what 1,000 Robux is? $10 fucking dollars. Like, and I'm like, and then I'm like, what are you buying with this? And he's buying like a fucking robe or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I give you $10, you could buy a real fucking robe. And like, you buying this shit, but it was crazy. I read this book almost 20 years ago that talked about people living in like these worlds. And then, I know people did World of Warcraft. Yeah. Like, it's wild that the gaming community isn't behind this, because this has been a part of the gaming community forever.
Yeah, we can't fight it forever, but we be trying.
But like, and then what the fucked up part is apparently it's just like the real world. If I want it and you got it, I could just rob you. I don't know if you could do that in the football game, but like, I know the other games, just run up on, like Trey, they were playing this farming game everybody was doing. And Trey got mad, like legit mad at Kai. Because somebody came in and like, it was almost a fight about to happen. Kai was crying, like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, what's going on? I lost Trey's tomatoes. I don't know what I gotta do. I'm like, whoa. There are no Dad loves tomatoes. There's no tomatoes around my house. What are you talking about? It's on the game. I said, you are coming in my room, disturbing my peace for digital fucking tomatoes? Yeah, somebody came in and took my tomatoes. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? This is not real.
You can't eat those tomatoes.
It's not real tomatoes. Like, what do you need? Like, how much were the damn tomatoes?
Peeling the tomatoes off their burger.
Like, I'm like, yo, They in digital life. Like they're ordering. I'm like, dog, you can why? And I don't want to sound old because I get it. It's fun. Get disconnect from reality. But what if I want to do this? I don't care about playing online. I learned my lesson playing online with NCAA, I think 2012. That motherfucker. No, I was in the we were in the condo. So it had to be like 2009 to 2010. That little 5-year-old whooped my ass and was talking shit to me. And it was like, look, what are you doing? Why are you playing the game in the middle of the day anyway? You're probably an adult. You're a loser. He had the headset and I ain't had the headset. I couldn't talk trash back. I was just getting my butt whooped and he was giving me the business and I just quit. It's like, because they be knowing the glitches and shit. I don't know. I'm trying to play real football and they over here whooping my ass in the video game. Oh, Mac.
The one who he became a trainer.
Yeah, Siobhan.
Siobhan,
yeah. Siobhan, yeah.
My ass so bad. I was like, all right, bro. I got other games to play, bro. I ain't a Madden guy no more.
Yeah, man. I just play for the love. But like, if I could get my coach up to 99, then damn it, how much? To just jump the process. Can you only use it once, or like, can I keep using this like for everybody?
Yeah, you can kind of keep buying it.
And you have better cards. So you got to keep paying for it, so you only get to use the card once.
No, you keep it, but you just can buy more players. You know.
Oh, gotcha.
Thing. But just like other games, you know, kids will get roasted for not having digital Jordans or whatever.
That's wild. I'm gonna send you something, Jay. I gotta give an MFTK update on one of my Jets, man. No, he's balled out this weekend. Like, we'll talk about this at the end though. It's going, or I send it to you, Miles. It'll be on IG. But go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry about that.
Shout out to Bleacher Report and their top 10 NFL teams heading into training camp, because 9-0 Forest team made this list at number 8. The Jaguars come in at number 8 on this list, but let's look at the other teams on this list. LA Rams, no surprise, they're number 1 with Myles Garrett. Number 2, Seattle Seahawks, the reigning champs. No surprise there as well. Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills, Houston Texans, the New England Patriots, the former or technically current AFC champs, Philadelphia Eagles, Jags, Niners, and the Chicago Bears round out Bleacher Report's top 10 NFL teams as we head.
You said a team. I didn't hear you correctly. Did you repeat that again?
Which
number
part?
8?
I'm sorry.
Number 8?
The Jacksonville Jaguars 904's team is top 10 in the NFL as we head into training camp, according to Bleacher
This is why I don't listen to people. Jags F in the offseason. Yeah. Jags ass. Will you like Jags is Swahili for dumpster fire? And then, top 10 teams in the NFL is the Jaguars. Like, no shit. Like, no, like they did good. They did good with less. And there's no until proven otherwise, there is no reason to just be negative. You can't, the NFL is not one of those things. Well, traditionally speaking, the Jacksonville Jaguars are one of the worst teams. Man, so were the fucking Rams up until a little while ago. So were a lot of teams. The Seattle Seahawks sucked for a long time before Pete Carroll came in, and definitely before the young bull just came and just transformed them. The Eagles hadn't been good since, like, they were making all the Eagles sports stories were underdog stories. Like Vince Papelli and Invincible. That was the most exciting shit about the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't know our pain. I grew up an Eagles fan. My grandmother was an Eagles fan. The best thing about my grandmother's life is that she got a chance to go out seeing them win a couple Super Bowls. Like, that woman, I didn't want that woman to die and not have seen them win a Super Bowl. But like, nah, like, just like the Jags are, like, you can change your whole fortune with a good coach and a good batch of players that are under good contracts. And like, I think the Jags right now are in a good place. If all of those players take one step forward, they're good, especially when they have all of these guys on their long-term contract.
Let's look at this question posed by Pro Football Network at PFN 365 on X. So the Jaguars traded a 2026 fourth and sixth round pick for Myers last November. His first time suiting up for the team was week 10. And from that point forward, you can see from the graph in the middle, Trevor Lawrence was a different player. You can see the difference in his passer rating jumping from 79.7 to 103.3 yards per attempt, going from 6.3 to 8.1. Touchdown to interception ratio doubling, going from 1.5 to 3.3 in air yards per throw, 8.1 compared to 9.3. So I will pose this question to you, James, and to everybody in the chat. Will the Jags win 10 plus games in consecutive seasons for the first time in the 2000s?
I think so, yes. They're going to the playoffs again next year. And I believe so. But the crazy part is that everybody was acting like it's everybody else's fault, and not Trevor. Trevor actually did. Trevor just played better. But I think Trevor was a he was I think he was 11. It was 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. It's something crazy like that. But then what really transformed, at least in my opinion, is Trevor started playing like they played a tough first half, then the back half was easier. But Trevor's, remember we did the list and like they were showing like the interceptions were when the Jags were up. Like Trevor, like when the Jags were behind, he was playing fine. It was just when they were down, he was just forcing the ball. And when he stopped being reckless with the football, the wins and everything increased. And I think that's what we need to look for with keep up with the Jacksonville Jags. I think that's dope.
Shout out to the Jaguars. Definitely going to be a back-to-back 10-win season for 904's team. And we're going from Florida all the way up to Seattle to talk about the Money Moves segment winner of the day. So if you guys are not aware, a group led by San Francisco 49ers limited partner Vinod Koshala has agreed to purchase the Seattle Seahawks for a price of $9.612 billion, a record sale price for an NFL franchise. And with that sale, they have the second largest sale price for a professional sports team, only behind the Lakers last year with their $10 billion sale, but ahead of the Boston Celtics with their $6.1 billion sale last year, and the Commanders 2023 sale with a price tag of $6.05 billion as well. So congratulations to everybody involved. And $9.612 billion was the sale price for the reigning Super Bowl champions.
So we got another minority owner. He's Indian. Shout out to him. Damn, he's not that old either. In comparison, he's the co-founder of Sun Microsystems. That's crazy. Like this good stuff, man. Like, yeah. Well, Shad is Pakistan, right? Or where's Shad from? Shad, my bad. I don't want to just be throwing stuff on Shad Khan.
Yeah, he's Pakistani.
It is Pakistan. Okay, I'm gonna say he wanted them Talibans. But it's wild when you look at all of that stuff. Like we'll be talking so bad about I remember when my grandma, because she put all Muslims in the same, but like she didn't hate any of them. She called them the new niggas after 9/11. And she was like, everybody, she's like, they taking a breather, they're taking it off of us. But just I think that's a lot because they just bought another team. Is it a baseball team? that venture capital group bought, but for remember, so politics and sports have always been intertwined. People will tell you on one side, this is why I don't, and nobody's watching the NFL. This is that. Do you think a guy who's worth 15 point something billion dollars outside of the idea that he gets to own people, which is cool, is going to buy into a failing product? The only person who keeps telling you that the NFL numbers are down, all of these numbers are down, is the guy who would give up his presidency to own an NFL team right now. And that's 4-5. And now he probably does have the liquid capital to be able to do it. He didn't have it before because he's actually making some moves to become as rich as what we thought he was. But I just think that's something to show you that like how important sports is. That like that lady, no, my bad, it wasn't a so. That lady just secured the sale for the Seahawks for $4 billion and just flipped it, and she doubled her money. That's wild. Billions, not millions, billions. You know how many millions a billion is?
For any of my NFL fans out there, doesn't matter what team you support, everybody hates to see this right here, and it is none other than the dead cap numbers for your respective squads. Man, this is one of the most painful things to consume as a fan of your respective squad because of the potential gains you could have had on your team if you had this money. So let's take a look at the 2026 NFL dead cap numbers according to SpotRack's official X account. Dolphins. I know we got some Miami fans in the house. You guys have a 2026 NFL dead cap number of $179 million. The Browns with 116 million, Saints 114, Jets 111. Then you have the Eagles, Cardinals, Texans, Raiders, and sadly, 904's team is at that 9 spot with a 2026 NFL dead cap number of $54 million. Bills with 46. And lastly, at the bottom of the list, I don't know how they did it, man, but the Seahawks only had a dead cap value of $517,000. But that bulky era, James, is really biting us in the butt with that $54 million in dead cap.
Well, we got to move. Some of these things will move off eventually. So that's like, just imagine when they get some money flowing up, they may really be able to make some decisions.
Yep. Shout out to your respective squads out there on this list. And hopefully their dead cap number isn't too crazy. And since we're talking about numbers, I know we got a lot of Madden fans in the house, and there's been some Madden Ultimate Team leaks in terms of Madden 27 top 100 players by overall. So we have the leaks right here of your 99 club that includes Myles Garrett, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, and JSN Jackson Smith and Jigba. I will just read you guys some other names as well as we get through this list. Micah Parsons, 98, Penei Sewell, 98, and a lot of people had something to say with Jahmyr Gibbs being a 98 and Bijan Robinson being a 95. A lot of people thought those should be flipped around. Definitely some good conversation right there. But you got Puka Nacua and Christian Gonzalez rounding out your 98 overalls as well. But this is your Madden 27 top 100 players by overall. No surprise, these guys are killers out there on that field. So just give you a good insight. And we just got to shout out Bobby Wagner, man. He's still a 89 overall in Madden 27. He's been doing this thing for a long time. And the fact that he's still one of the top 100 players by his ranking, in Madden is just speaks to how great he is. But Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears own, is a 90 overall, same as Jalen Ramsey, Mark Andrews, and the likes of Trey Hendrickson as well. Mike Evans still a 91 overall, now that he's a San Francisco 49er. But those are just some names for you guys to take a look out on if you are a Madden 27 player. So shout out to everybody who made the list and who's on that top 100 rated players in Madden.
Mm.
I know we got some gamers in the house for sure, for sure. And James, it is list season, but this list holds a little bit more weight than all of the other Dove Climbing ML football lists because the NFL QBs, the top 10 NFL QBs, were ranked by coaches, executives, and scouts, and they came up with this list right here that's got the football community in a uproar. Got the likes of Dan Orlovsky even retweeting this and commenting on it. But let's take a look at these top 10 NFL QBs ranked by coaches, executives, and scouts. Got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson rounding out your top five. I feel like there's not going to be a lot of controversy with the players in the top five, but definitely their positions in the list. Then finally, 6 through 10, you have Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Drake May, Jared Goff, and Caleb Williams. James, let's see what you have to say about this list and which QBs are you shuffling around to make your top 10 NFL quarterbacks list?
I'm going to bump Josh Allen to 3, Pat Mahomes 1, Stafford 2, being as those guys have Super Bowls and those guys are consistently playing at a high level. The Chiefs do not go if Patrick Mahomes is not on that team. Matthew Stafford has been playing extremely well. The craziest part is that, with Matt Stafford and Jared Goff considering, I'm not overly mad at the top five. I think Joe Burrow is still living off of that one Super Bowl. But I don't know why 6 and 7 are there. A lot of production for a lot of bullshit. Drake May should be higher than them. Jared Goff should be higher than them. Caleb Williams had one good year. But he's still a young quarterback, so I'm not mad there, but like you can't like Justin Herbert is the best quarterback to not win when it matters. And that's annoying to me. To be honest with you, I think quarterbacks should be evaluated by how they win overall, what they do and commit to their team. Now, if you want to say we can take these guys and put them anywhere and they'll be successful, that's arguable. There's really only been there's only 2 guys on, but even then there's 2 guys on this list, Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, who proved that more than anybody else on this list, that you can take them from one situation, put them somewhere else, and they'll still flourish. But I think, again, if Justin Herbert's there, I believe T. Law should be there. I think Drake May was there. He was in the big game. Drake May is Joe Burrow, but more current. Like, because Joe Burrow's living off of some shit that he did years ago. He can't stay healthy. And that's not his fault, but it's not anybody else's fault that he can't play. So that would be my only critique on those things.
We have some updates for you guys coming from.
Hold on, take the keep going, Jay. I gotta take this call.
Okay, got you. We're gonna blow this up full screen for you guys, and we are going to discuss some news coming from Tallahassee's own Terrion Arnold. So we gave you guys updates on the Terrion Arnold situation, and with the recent news of him getting released by the Lions with the incident he was involved in, and his agent has put it into the atmosphere that Arnold has had interest from the Texans, Colts, 2 AFC South rivals, I might add if you're a Jags fan, Seahawks, and Jets, according to his agent, Nicole Lynn, who testified today. And this post was made on July 10th, 2026. Sorry about that. And the Texans had him for a workout. And Lynn, his agent, said there's a very good likelihood Arnold will sign with the team within the next 45 days. And He is facing life for the incident he was involved in as well. So he's looking to get on another squad. And with these squads hosting Arnold, maybe they know something we don't about the situation, some more information, because, you know, the NFL definitely has those great investigators and lawyers. So they definitely will get to the bottom of the situation. But that is the Terrion Arnold situation. And we got one more update regarding Mr. Arnold and his playing ability. So former Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold does not need to wear a GPS device as a condition of his release. A Florida judge ruled this past Friday, so he wouldn't have to wear a monitor if.
I love common sense judges. Like, you know, I know prosecute. Like, I really wish the court system was less about winning a case and contentious and more about getting to the facts and the details of what actually happened. Like, I do get it that people lie, right? But like, the judge just looked at, like, this man really wants to play football, right? Can we all come to the consensus and say that? So you know he's not trying to bounce. So like, you can remove that, you know exactly where he's at, and just make a monitor and check in. And when you feel like the heat might be getting real, all right, then we gotta bring you in. We gotta get that GPS monitor on you. But to be honest with you, they know everywhere you're going. Like, the way that the stuff, like, you know, I would be listening sometimes to cold cases and some of the things that happen, and I'd be trying to figure out, how did these motherfuckers get caught? Like, now they got you, dog. If you have a driver's license, they have facial recognition on you. Sorry. Did you know that no two ears are the same? I found that out. There's a guy who an ex-CIA agent, just looks real corny, like a cornball. Like, but those are the most dangerous people, I guess. But like, he was like, they were trying to identify if they really got the right person. And he was like, the guy was like, send me this. Send me his eyes. Can't get to his eyes. His eyes are like blah, blah, blah. Okay. Send me this. Send me his ear. And then they identified him by the fucking ear. Do you understand how insane that is? Not with us. Like, you have to wear a shiesty now. Yeah. But, you know, if that guy tried to bounce, they can get him. And he a real Tallahassee kid, man. That man ain't don't know shit about no foreign places. Like, he ain't gonna, like, where he gonna go is the places that extradite you anyway. Cancun. And then, like, these kids are stupid. They're gonna chat GPT everything. So like, that man chilling. He don't, and if that's what they got on him, he gonna get off. He's just gonna be a little lighter in the pockets.
Speaking of light in the pockets, man, exclusive news from TMZ. Stephon Diggs, Ismail sexual assault accuser, settles $10 million with the NFL star's brother. I just want to repeat that. Stephon Diggs' male sexual assault accuser settles $10 million with the NFL star's brother. So
Diggs still is on trial. Or was Diggs ever on trial and it was just his brother?
According to the court docs, funny you mentioned that, obtained by TMZ, Christopher Griffith hashed out a deal to drop his $10 million suit against Stephon Diggs in an LA apartment complex. So no details of the settlement were disclosed in the document. So it seems I don't know, kind of a tricky situation because,
so
like,
it's a combination. If I drop the deal, I'll drop it with you and your brother.
Yeah, like a tandem deal.
Let's
type
see what
thing.
ChatGPT says, because this is too much. What was in those text messages is what I need to know.
Just one funny you mentioned that. For everybody who's not familiar with this case, the male sexual assault accuser recently revealed that there are hundreds of pages of text messages between him and Diggs, and that is why James just said what was in those text messages, because reports came out that there are hundreds of pages of text messages between the parties. So what has ChatGPT said about the case, James?
Hold on. Oh, he's still. Wait a minute. Hold on. Not cleared. This case. Wait a minute. I'm confused. So it says the civil suit filed in the past few days. There were reports that Griffith settled a separate lawsuit against Diggs' brother, but that settlement did not resolve the claims against Stefan Diggs. Diggs recently pushed back publicly against reports suggesting a $10 million settlement involving him, calling those reports misleading and maintaining his innocence. He wants the world to know that he's a nut ass freak bull. His brother didn't want the world to know that he's a nut ass freak bull. I'm scared to know what's in those text messages, but I'm curious to know. But yeah, that's funny.
So good luck to the Diggs family, man. One brother lost 10 million. Another one's looking like he's about to get behind the bars or something, man, with all the news coming out, especially if somebody says they have hundreds of pages of text messages on you. Man, the possibilities are endless for
Like,
sure.
I'm just like, man, brother, that's Jesus.
Definitely a tough situation for that Diggs family for sure. And let's just end this off on a little bit of a more positive note before we get into some big games BS content. And we like to finish off the show with a little fun guess the player game. And this one is a good one for you guys in the chat as well as James. So let's guess that NFL player based off his stops right here. Wouldn't be surprised if you get it fast. Also wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little minute to get, but he played on the Lions from 2010 2014, then the Dolphins 15 to 17, then the Rams, transitioned to the Bucks, and finished off his career as a Eagle. Who is this NFL player?
Oh, the bringer of spears. If I think I'm saying his name correctly, one of the most angry men ever, but ironically very calm and timid off the field. It's kind of terrifying how quick he goes from that. That would be House of Spears, not Bringer of Spears, House of Spears. That would be Ndamukong Suh.
Yup, it is Ndamukong Suh. Yeah, did get drafted by the Lions. Also did have stints on the Dolphins and Rams as well before finishing off his career as a Buck and Eagle. So good guess, everybody. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for playing along with the sleeper guess the NFL players. I would have done the guess the NFL team, but it was it was really easy. They had the Bucks and they had the quarterback revealed. So they had Oklahoma as a quarterback and they had their wide receivers revealed with Ohio State with the Mecca Ibuka. So it was a kind of an easy one with the Bucks. So I went with this sleeper NFL one for you guys. And James, I don't know how you're going to react to this BS or busting video because I can guarantee you've never seen anything like it. And it's no surprise that this restaurant or bakery is in Georgia. And I know we love lemon pepper wings. That is a big staple, especially
if you about to show me what I seen that shit yesterday and my mouth was watering. I hope this is what because I'm excited if it is.
I hope your mouth was not watering for the lemon pepper.
Damn, it's not in this shit.
Okay. Because this one is kind of crazy. This is the lemon pepper wing pound cake. And we got
man, get the fuck out of here, man. This is crazy, man. Come on. I was lemon pepper ribs, but all right, let's go.
So if you guys are new to the show, this is our BS or Bussin' Food Review segment. And just gonna reshare it because you definitely want to hear.
Why would they do this?
Yes.
Do a cornbread maybe, but like that, I've never eaten wings and like I don't. Maybe I know it can match, but I don't want wings and cornbread. But like that's why would you do this?
So if you guys are new to the show, please put BS in the chat. If you think this food review item looks trash or busting, if you would try that food review item, just gonna share it with you guys on the screen, and let's get into the lemon pepper pound cake.
Hey man, I swear
Is it
folks from
ranch?
Atlanta just be making stuff up. You mean to tell me it's a bakery in Douglasville named Jewel's Treats and More that has the audacity to make a lemon pepper, lemon glazed pound cake and then top it with 15 crispy lemon pepper wines? And folk wonder why everybody walking around with big back.
Hey.
I ain't judging, but I'ma need blue cheese. And the pound cake itself so moist. And she serving warm out the oven. And the wines hit too. Hey, Deli, count your days, baby. Man, hear me out. That lemon pepper pound cake with the lemon icing is phenomenal. Only available on Wednesday and Saturday.
I don't give a fuck what days they can't.
There's just we're running out of ideas.
This is no. That's the problem. My issue. This is women. This is a woman. A woman. This is a woman-owned thing, and I'm not saying this to be misogynist, but like I'm saying this because only a woman would say, you know what, this is good. But you don't like this enough. I have to do something else. Like, no, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Sometimes you can just leave shit be. Let it be. Now, I believe the wings might have been good. I believe the pound cake might have been good. But there's no need to do both of those. And I will stab you if you put my slice of pound cake with a wing on top and then sprinkle whatever little shit you did on that, man. It's too much, man. Too much, man. Sometimes we just need to chill out, dog. That fucked my morning up, dog. That made me angry. And my stomach bubbling.
Yeah, definitely that lemon pepper pound cake. I had to put it in the BS or busting food review segment. That was the craziest dessert combination I've seen in a minute. But James, speaking of chicken wings, recently went to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the UFC fight, and it looks like this Buffalo was in a fight on his own in Yellowstone because, man, sorry to the OG in this video, but got to get away from the Buffalo, man. Got to get away. So this OG takes the OG Wyland segment for today because he tried to escape this irritated Buffalo at Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming and did not go his way. Let's take a look at this video right here for your OG Wyland segment today.
Ooh. And like this is like futile. Like you can't move, dog. Like you might as well just go. You might as well just go ahead and just let it happen.
It almost doesn't look real. He's so big and lumbering and
like like come on, dog. Like you already know. Like remember the dude from Buffalo that saw the buffalo? Like the black dude, he was doing the news. And he got out of there quick. Like you gotta like but you know what though? I don't even feel sorry for him. You know who you're never gonna hear got hit by a buffalo? Me.
Oh, okay.
Like moose. Like I got friends who say like they can fight these things, and like, man, shut up, dog.
You ever see an elk?
Those things are huge, man. Like that's I don't want to go places where those things are. I don't want to intrude on their property and like, you know, I got goon deer out here. Excuse me. They probably be going into these deers are weird. But I got thugged out deers in my neighborhood. I can only imagine what a deer on steroids, which is an elk, and all these other things look.
You wanted to give Mr. Kyle a shout out, James. He did get signed by the Mariners, going with former FSU player Mr. Cal Raleigh out there. So shout out to him.
Shout out to young Kyle. You know, his dad had some very mean things to say about me, but yeah, that's the one who was like called me the fan of the band and all the things because of his young son. But they ain't got nothing to do with the kid, man. I'm happy for this kid, man. He was a hell of a football player too, by the way. But he just decided to play baseball, and you know, I'm glad. I hope it works out. I hope he goes all the way, man. Good stuff for him, man. You know, shout out to little Kyle. His dad's name, that's Kyle Jr. But you know, I hope that kid plays 20 years in the MLB and makes as much money as he could possibly make.
And before we close out the show, we got to send an RIP to the Jurassic Park actor Sam Neill. He was best known for his roles.
To you. But now go ahead, my bad, Jaden.
He was best known for his roles in Jurassic Park. That is Sam Neill. Sam Neill has passed at the age of 78 years old. So we're going to send an RIP to Sam Neill. We got his pick right here as well.
It's also 35 years. It's sad, man. You know, this day, you know, death does come in threes. Well, one guy, we don't know if Mitch is alive or not. Lady Lindsay passed. Lindsey Graham, the senator from not that one, Miles. We just did that. It was an Instagram video I sent to text to you. Lady Lindsay passed. If you ever get a chance, go just do some homework, Jaden, and you want to read some nut ass freak bull stuff, go look into the allegations for him. That is a nut ass. That was a nut ass freak bull. They're both him and Mitch McConnell looking up at us. I want to say my guy with Jurassic Park is looking down on us. Sad. It's a sad moment. I remember when the OG Jurassic Park came out, fucking terrified me. Actually, I used to love dinosaurs until I saw that. And I was like, you know what? I'm cool with dinosaurs ever coming back. Those things aren't as cool as I thought they were. But the you know what happened? Well, you're not that old, but 35 years ago on this day, USC lost one of their top football prospects, and like who knows what would have happened had this young man stayed alive. We probably would have his son would be legit. But 35 years ago on this day, we lost Ricky because he couldn't go right, just break to the right and one hop a fence. In Boys in the Hood, like, it was a tragic moment. He was going to USC. He found out that he got accepted on that same day that he got shot up, and then Doughboy went and killed somebody. One of the biggest things in our community, we have to always, black on black violence. It must stop. But that was one of those things. But before we end, I love bigging up kids, in particular my kids, and I got to tell Celia, my Puerto Rican, we got to get him an MFTK cap. You got it?
No, it's trying to have people log in.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Why can't you just watch it? But he so the Wildcats, they're playing like park ball. Like I will say it's out of control. They play entirely too many fucking games. A lot of these kids have been playing football since last year, and they haven't stopped. And the body wasn't designed to do all that. But nonetheless, when my kids play, Charles, I still ain't sent you your hat. I thought, man, I know I owe Charles a hat. I believe. I know I sent my primo one the other day, but anyways, Carlos is Spanish, and he was out there bachata and salsa in his game. And he had 3 interceptions. in his game on last Saturday, and I just want to show everybody my dog. So let's go. You can't. That is his IG. If you want to go follow him, he was on that MFTK 12U team that was ranked 3rd in the nation in 7-on-7, and this is why 7v7 translates to the outdoor game when you do it our way. Now, don't do that. We got to work on that. That is 7-on-7 attitude right there. I love the energy. That's pick 2. Now, I just got to get them a little more speed, though. And we got to get them to run where they ain't. Ball hawk. I just got to get my my young bull to finish. Like, you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna text his mom. Just tell her. I'm just gonna tell her that tell Los that Coach James said he would have scored if it were to him. But yeah, that's I love my youngins doing well in all of these different things, and I am going, as long as I have a platform, I will promote my guys. So Carlos got active. Carlos came with us when we went to Coach Norvell's camp, and he learned real quick that my mama don't give a damn who you are. If she got work to do in her house, your ass finna get some work in. So he just fell right in, and I loved every second of that. So you said that's all we had right there, Jaden?
Yep. Any last words to say to the fans as we help bring in their week?
No, all jokes aside, man, please make sure you guys jam the like button, subscribe. Look at some of the things that we putting up. You know, if you could, you know, buy a cap. I promise I'll be better this week. Also, you know, if you would like to buy a bag, donate those. I will, you know, we would greatly appreciate those things. But you know, this is that time of year, help somebody else. Outside of that, appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me, and we will see you guys next time.